All right. So we
Hi.
are here. Yeah, I'll maybe just quickly say what we're doing. We are here for our last close encounter, and we are going to reflect on our experiences of the quest. So Dr. Hongyu, you want to take it away?
Yes, Dr. Nightingale, thank you very much. Good afternoon, Dr. Kotok, and it's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful opportunity to collaborate with you all to determine what we can do to help improve the situation in our district, the District of Valeria. And as I reflect back over what we've been tasked with, we first, as a group, looked at the district as a whole to analyze and research what the district looked like in terms of demographics, performance, what resources that we had available to us as we move towards a goal of improving overall student test data, as well as student success, graduation rates, etc. And then once we gathered our individual perspectives on that, then we presented that to Superintendent O'Mealy Nelson and got her feedback, and we suggested where we would like to start and gave context as to why we chose that area, and then expanded upon that in terms of how we would start there and grow beyond a 3-month, year long-term strategy. Unfortunately, we got some bad press regarding some things that parents were very upset about with regard to the District of Valeria, and so we had to stop and draft our response both to the media and to determine our plan to address those concerns. And so that's kind of my take on what we've been tasked to do.
Great, thanks, Dr. Hongyu. Dr. Kotok, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I same thing as Dr. Hongyu, and it's been a pleasure working with you two. I think that we each have brought something to the table, and I think that that's what it's about, in coming to a common conclusion, have a common goal. And when people are able to work together, then you each bring out your own what's the word? Strengths. We all have our strengths. And so over the time, I think that we're able to, we know that we have a long road ahead of us, but in dealing with these issues together, that I think that a lot has happened. I feel like I've gained way more from this than anything else that I've done in classes. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Dr. Kotok. Yeah, from my point of view, as you all know, I come from a different environment, and thank you also for all of your support throughout this course, because with my different perspectives that I brought to the table, I had much to learn from both of you. I think the biggest thing that I am taking out of this quest is, and I reflected on this personally too in another assignment, but the thing that I'm taking out of this quest is just how many inputs there are into the education system. And that it is not just about the school or the school district, but it is about gaining access to and leveraging families and the community the part of the quest that was extremely valuable to me was when we were working on the action plan, and I focused on, the input of families and community. Going into that part of the quest, I will admit that I was a little bit lost, and I had a hard time coming up with, what can families and the community bring to, an educational goal that we want to reach, which, by the way, was the increasing the grades or the test scores for the 4th grade reading. And, somebody was mentioning the library, the value that the library brings to something like this. And, that just sparked something in my head, and that helped me to work through, coming up with the short term and the midterm and the long term goals for, from a family and a community point of view. And that was just really valuable to me. So I really appreciated that, you brought that perspective into the quest. And that just made me think a little bit differently about, everybody that comes together to ensure that our children get educated. It's not just the teachers and the administrators, it is everybody. So from my end, that was extremely valuable to me, and I will hold that close to my heart as I am exiting this program. So thank you for that. All right.
Dr. Nightingale, can I just say something else?
Yes.
You've said a lot throughout this whole course about what you've learned from Dr. Kotak and myself, because we are in the educational system. But I've learned a lot from you also, because our educational system is near and dear to me as a civil right. So we have to learn to stop talking in codes and acronyms, and the community, families, students, that's who we're targeting with this.
Mm-hmm.
That, in my opinion, is the most powerful voice, the space in which you reside, because schools are not going to be successful unless we learn why kids are not connecting and engaging, and unless we learn how communities can support that, and unless we learn how families can connect in. And if we spend all of our time talking in acronyms and the challenges of the school without getting that breath of fresh air to say, here's how you can help me, here's how you can help my child, then we're solving the wrong problems. And so I really gained a lot just from the fact that you are not of the system. That's a good thing. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So unless we have anything else to add to our meeting, I think maybe we can adjourn and then put together our 1 to 2 page document. What do you think?
So when you say adjourn, we're going to stop this area of discussion, stay on to move to the next segment of our discussion.
Correct. So I'm going to then stop the recording. So thank you everybody for joining.
Thank you.